Hey Sebastian, how are you?
Hi, Nicolas. I'm fine. And you?
A little, yeah, I'm okay. I got a question for you. In class, they told me that I need an opinion from another person about
Okay.
fiction and history books, and the other question was about uh, ebooks and physical books. I need your opinion,
Yes,
and I
it's
will give you my
about
opinion
opinion
about
about
both of
those
them.
specific dog question, no? It's about the fiction book in English and about e-readers, no?
Yeah, okay. Uh,
Okay, for example, Nicolas, I don't know, what do you think about the fact that the university will read about fiction in English?
okay, if we talk about fiction. I don't like the gender of that book because it's not realistic. I prefer history, books of history, for example, Atlas about the geography story and all of that. Some things that it almost happened, not some strange ideas.
Okay, but this question, I suppose, reference to language, the most important to read in English. Because, for example, I don't agree with you, Nicolas, because reading fiction in English improve our pronunciation for this language, English, in English.
Yeah, I know where you talking about, but the language in fiction is a little strange. They use words that we not usually use in our day at day.
It's correct, but not important because, for example, you pronunciation of different words. It's necessary you use every day or usually in the week or in the month, the year. But it's necessary because to explain to vocabulary in this language.
I know that it explain all the vocabulary, but the way in the characters in that type stories express themselves is not the most useful way to speak in the day at day. For example, you're not going to talk like them in the work, for example, or maybe in exposition. There is, you know what I mean. There is not the best way to communicate. That's why, with for what I prefer the historical gender of books because they use formal words.
Okay, I respect for your opinion, but yeah, another question is about the e-readers now.
Yeah. Well,
Is it reels is the cinnamon or is similar to electronic books, no?
yeah, for example,
Okay,
English virtual books. That's an example for ebook. And the
okay,
physical books, the books of all the life, for example, that type of books that's physical.
okay. About you, is better, it's necessary, is this about reading
I really
virtual
like
books or
the ebooks because
okay?
we don't have to wait a lot of time to find one example of that type of books. In the internet, you got a lot of examples, and you don't have to wait a lot and a lot of time waiting to the person who was before you re return the book, for example.
Okay, but in my case, I want you sample, for example, about reading. Well, in my case, first, I don't see very well. I have sunglasses for see them better. But about reading electronic books, for me, it's better to read physical books. So you can change everywhere we having to it's necessary read in laptop, it's necessary read to tablet and cell phone. For example, when we are going to or we are going to travel with my family and other city on country, it's necessary to have a laptop, cell phone, or a tablet. It's solo only my physical book. Well,
Well, in that case, maybe you got a point. But let me tell you a little story. The last week, if I remember, I was going to try one of the physical books, okay?
okay.
But as I told you a moment ago, I didn't found any example of the book that I want to read. For example, if I remember, it was the Atlas, the last version, but it was taken by another person, and the book will return to the library in a week. So I got two options. I can wait a whole week, or I can try to search it in the internet, ebook. I prefer the second option, and unfortunately, I found it.
In this point, it's true. I prefer the second option, but well, I don't have I will not have time, no. But
No,
it's
I
all.
yeah, I got to research all this data for the task, but thank you for your help.
Thank you for
I
your time, Nicolas.
Yeah,
Here in another.
I'm really glad to know your opinion about this type of books.
Okay, it's interesting about your opinion. See you in another opportunity,
See
Nicolas.
you another opportunity.
Okay.